show you my new bed because I'm gonna be able to do my hair from here. And of course, my jade sculpting right from my bed. Got this on Amazon, and it's got little plugins here for my phone and my hair straightener. And then it opens up like this, so it's got room to put like all of my hair stuff in there. I just don't like to stand up and like do my hair in the bathroom, especially in the morning. I'm super lazy, so I was like, okay, this will be perfect. I can just do my hair from my bed. And then we've got my hair straightener on this lovely handmade charcuterie board over here. So these are both gonna go in the bed. I'm so excited. So this bed took longer to put together than I thought. Actually, my old bed took longer to take apart. My hair's super curly, so we gotta do it super hot. And I usually use this, like, I forget what it's called. It's in like a silver bottle to like keep your hair straight longer, but I can't find it. Ooh, hot. Hot, hot, hot. So since nobody's in here, I'm gonna go ahead and watch.
Yeah, I didn't want to
I'm
talk
watching
about
a
the Giants,
YouTube
but
thing
I'm
about
forced to talk
giants
about the Giants. You know?
from
Look
the
what
Clarity channel.
And we're picking up pieces of bloody
The
giants.
Nephilim giant
These are not
evidence.
stones, these are
That's what we're
fossils.
watching right
Stones
now.
don't make these weird shapes. Body parts, anatomy makes these weird shapes, and not just of humans, of weird creatures that we have no idea what they look like. We don't know how many hearts they had. We don't know if they had blood. We don't know if they were cold-blooded or hot-blooded, if they had exoskeletons or inner skeletons. We're just speculating. We're just filing these parts, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Just to remind you again of that knuckle.
Let me know if you believe in giants.
Nothing compared to this one. Look at this. Hey, this is the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. That's where the shaft came out and was cut off.
Yeah, so you can find this thing about giants
and in fact, from this angle,
in my questioning spirituality playlist. I definitely think that giants were real.
That reptilian skin there on top as well.
I'm just so excited. I can't believe I'm doing my hair in my
see that the
bed.
metamorphosized rock there is completely different because of the bone marrow and the blood and whatever was in that part of the bone when it was cut off. Whoever cut that off or broke it off or severed it off somehow. And then obviously we have the heart, the aorta, and if you think this is an interesting aorta and a heart, there you can see it going in there. And there's a coronary artery going down. Very clear. If there are any physicians here, you'll know what I mean. It's very obvious. How about this size for a heart? There's where the aorta goes in.
So I'm doing my hair from my bed. I'm so excited.
I don't know, 50,
I got a charcuterie board here,
fascinating thing.
so I don't burn anything down. And then it all plugs in directly to my bed. I'm so excited
Here it is.
because I'm super lazy, so especially in the morning, I'm a lot more likely to like actually do my hair if I don't actually have to get out of bed to do it. I get so much done from my bed in the morning, honestly. Like, I'll be working from the phone.
They also tell us that they were mining the remains of the giants for the gold in the remains of the bones of the giants. That has now got to do with monoatomic gold in our blood, monoatomic gold in our bodies, and when we die, that monoatomic gold becomes diatomic gold and it sinks to the bottom. So when these giants, and so even when we die, there's gold in our bodies and our remains, but not much. But in these giants, there would have been quite a lot of gold, and it's all in a concentrated place, so it seems like they went and got the gold from these giants. It gets weirder and weirder.
Now think about this. Giant skeletons have been found all over the world.
I also think that dragons are real. and that like
These finds, often
T-Rex, like
dismissed
their
as
arms are
surprise,
small
give
because
life
they were
to
actually
myths that refuse
wings.
to die.
Because
In
like
North
why would
America, in the
they
hills
even
of
have
Ohio,
arms at
giant
all if
bones
those
have been
arms didn't
discovered
do
in the
anything?
enigmatic serpent
But if you
mound.
look at like an
And these aren't
ostrich
just big boned
skeleton,
humans. We're talking double rows
the
of teeth,
ostrich skeleton
skulls twice as
looks
thick as ours,
exactly like a
and features
T-Rex
that have yet to
skeleton
be fully explained by science. So
because the
why aren't these
T-Rex little
discoveries in every
arms,
history book?
I don't think
Why
were
don't
little
we
arms.
learn
I think
about
they
them
were
in
wings.
school? This story, my friend, runs deep,
I mean,
and it's filled
crocodiles
with
and stuff like
cover-ups,
they
lost
crocodiles.
relics, and
I just
strange
saw some
beings
at the
from
zoo
distant worlds.
recently,
Let's start with a
and
bit
they
of ancient
definitely
lore.
look like
Giants
dinosaurs.
aren't exclusive to any one culture or region. They are, in
And what's
fact, a
those
global
other ones
phenomenon.
like
Native American legends, for example,
Komodo
speak of colossal
dragons?
beings who roamed the lands long before European settlers arrived. The
No, not
Choctaw
curling
people
my
tell
hair.
of
I'm
the Nahua,
straightening my
a
hair
race
from
of
my
giants that
bed.
ate human
I'm
flesh
so
and
excited
terrorized the
because
tribes
I'm
whose land we live
lazy.
now.
So look, we got
Meanwhile, in Nevada, the Paiute
the hair
tell tales
charger
of the Sitakah, a
straightener
red-haired tribe
logged
of
in.
giants who waged bloody wars
And
against
I
the
can
native
actually
tribes.
keep all of my hair
According
stuff
to
like
legend,
in the
the
bed.
Paiute ultimately
Because I'm
trapped
like
these giants
super
in
lazy in the
Cave,
morning. I'm definitely
setting
not
a
a morning
blaze to wipe
person.
out their ferocious adversaries once
So
and for all. When mining
I'm a
engineer
lot more
John
likely to
Henry
do
Kerr
my
destroyed
hair
these
if I
museum
do
sites,
it
he couldn't shake the feeling
from
that there
my
was
bed,
something
I'm
more to it.
thinking.
Years later, official
And
excavations at
I
Lovelock
got this
Cave
cool
unearthed
light
thousands of artifacts,
so I can hang out with
including
you
enormous
guys.
skeletons, some reaching 10
And
feet in
then you
height.
can keep me company
But
while I
here's the
do my
kicker.
hair. It's
Even
just
though
a
these
win-win-win.
findings
I'm
were
super
well documented,
excited.
most of these skeletons
Took a
are
little bit
nowhere
longer
to
to
be
get the
found
old
today.
one out of here than
Across
I
the
thought,
Atlantic,
but
legends
my
of
sister
ancient
came and
Greece
helped
tell of
me.
the Titans,
So,
gigantic beings who once
oh
fought
my
against
gosh,
the
I love
gods.
this bed. Like I should
In the
have gotten
Bible,
something
the
like this like so
Nephilim are
much
described as the
sooner.
offspring of divine beings
Because
in the womb.
sometimes in the morning, I'm just
Even
like,
Hindu
oh, I'm
texts
lazy. I can
describe
like
a
brush my
golden age
hair,
when humanity
braid
was
it into
much
some
larger and stronger,
pigtails,
with some
and
estimates
like
suggesting
we're
humans
good
could
to
reach up
go.
to 32 feet tall.
But
And
I'm
let's
trying
not
to
forget
get
the
better
Epic of Gilgamesh from ancient
at
Sumer,
like
which mentions a giant
doing
companion,
cute hair. I've been working on it
Enkidu,
for a couple
a
years.
hairy wild man with extraordinary
Curly hair
strength.
just makes it like
If you think this is just
a
old
lot more
mythology,
work all the
let's
time, I
talk
feel
about
like.
America. Throughout the 1800s, giant skeletons were discovered in numerous states,
Do you believe in giants?
especially in burial mounds associated with Native American tribes.
There's actually a lot of
These
burial
mounds,
mounds
found in
here
places
in the
like Ohio,
Midwest.
Iowa, and West
There's some
Virginia,
like near
weren't just piles of
Anderson,
dirt.
like
They
State
held secrets,
Park, Dunes
skulls,
Park or
bones, and
something like
artifacts
that.
that hinted at
I want to go
advanced,
see.
possibly giant civilizations.
And then there's some like real
Newspapers
weird like
regularly reported on these
energy
findings, describing
over
skeletons with unusual features,
what
like double
Cahokia.
rows of teeth and
It's like
elongated skulls.
in between like
In
Illinois on the
Pagels,
border of
Ohio,
like
near the
St.
Great Serpent
Louis.
Mound, a
And there's some
prehistoric
real
effigy
crazy
stretching over
mound energy
1,300
over
feet
there.
long, excavators
I've been
found giant
there. That one
skeletons
was like not a
measuring
good
upwards of
energy. I
8
didn't really
feet.
like it.
The Great
It
Serpent
was
Mound, shrouded in
mischievous,
mystery, sits near
but
a
like in a
meteor
dangerous
impact site
way.
and is linked to magnetic anomalies.
But I do want to go see
Some
Serpent
researchers
Mound.
speculate that it served as a
Serpent
ceremonial site
Mound is in
or even a
Ohio,
landing
and
pad
it's
for
like the
explorers to
largest
visit.
like
Just
effigy.
nearby, giant remains were uncovered. In 1894,
I don't know if it's in like the world or like
where he
in
found a
the
skeleton of a
United
man well
States.
over 6
But
feet
it's really
tall.
cool. It's like a
This was
serpent
covered
with
by
like
none other
a
than the New York Times.
apple
Was this
that
a
like
mere
lines up with its
coincidence,
mouth
or could it be that these giants
during
had
I
some
think the
connection to the mysteries of the
equinoxes.
mound?
Either the
Jump over to
equinox
the
or the
Midwest
solstice.
and
It's
see
one
the
or the
same
other.
phenomenon.
Maybe it's the
In
solstice.
Steelville, Missouri, an 8-foot
But
skeleton was unearthed in
it's in Ohio. It's
1933.
not far.
In Miamisburg, Ohio,
I definitely want to go.
archaeologists found
Oh,
the body of a man
look, they're
estimated
talking
to be
about
over 8
Ohio
feet
again with
tall.
an 8
Over
foot
in
tall
California's
giant
Catalina
they
Island,
found.
amateur archaeologist Ralph Glidden claimed to have uncovered
I
3,781
definitely believe
skeletons
that like
from the Channel
giants
Islands,
existed for
with
sure.
many
Like they have like
remains
the
measuring between
Nephilim
7 and 9
written
feet.
about and like all
However,
kinds of
his
different like
findings were
ancient
dismissed and
texts
labeled a hoax,
from like the
casting a
Bible and like
shadow
other
of doubt over
stuff
similar
carved into
discoveries.
walls.
Let's jump to South America,
And
where things get even
dragons.
weirder.
Dragons definitely
In
existed.
Ecuador, a skeleton of a giant around 7 to 10 meters tall, 23 to 32 feet, is on display at a museum, available for
Is
anyone to
anybody
see.
the year of the dragon?
Researchers have found other remains in the area, with
Because
some
like
claiming
every
these giants
animal
were
that's on like the
descendants
Chinese
of a race of
zodiac is
extraterrestrials
real
called the
except for the
Anunnaki.
dragon. But
According to ancient
I think when they
Sumerian
made
tablets,
those, like
the
dragons were
Anunnaki
still
came to
like
Earth from
alive and kicking
Nibiru,
and stuff.
a planet on an elliptical orbit that passes near Earth every
I mean, like the
3,600 years.
was the
The
main Mayan
Anunnaki
god.
supposedly created humans by combining combining their DNA
What's
with
Quetzalcoatl?
that of
Is
primitive
it
tribes
Mayan
to produce a
or
living force.
Aztec?
These early humans,
That was
known as
obviously a
Gitanos,
dragon.
were created to mine precious resources, especially gold.
Do you think the dragons are like hiding
Subsequent
somewhere?
suggest
Like I
that
bet there's
giants
like
those found in
underwater
Ecuador were
dragons
actually a failed
still.
prototype.
I mean,
Too
they're like
large,
much older than
too
humans,
powerful,
so like
or
they're
just
probably a
not
lot
fitting the
smarter than
economic
us. Like
purposes.
maybe
In
they're like
2015,
hidden in
Caltech researchers
caves
found indirect
or
evidence for a
like
potential Planet 9 or Planet
in like
X far out in the
Middle
solar
Earth or
system,
something.
with an orbit that would place it in the same position
I definitely
as the
think that
Beirut
like the
vortex. Could the tales of Anunnaki and giants be rooted in real history,
the
with evidence spanning continents?
there's got to be some like sea monsters in the
Let's
ocean for
switch
sure.
gears to South Africa,
Like maybe some of
where
the
massive
sea
stone
monsters went
circles
into
and
the
unusual
ocean, like some of
fossils
the
have captured the attention of
dinosaurs,
researchers worldwide.
because like we know
In
more about
South Africa,
space
we
than we
have the
do about the
Boscov
ocean.
skull, a fossil found over a century ago
And
estimated to be
like there's some
20%
really,
larger
really
than a
deep
human skull.
parts.
Nearby,
And if those
researchers
animals
found
have been
massive
like
fossilized body parts,
evolving
including a
for
knuckle
like millions and
the size
millions
of
of
a Volkswagen
years,
Beetle.
like of
Just
course I
imagine
think that
the
they would
size
have
of a
gotten
bean with
smarter.
joints that large. South African stone circles add another
Maybe they
layer
got
of mystery.
smaller because it's like
These
easier to like
formations, scattered across
move through
thousands of
space and
miles,
like
resemble circular stone arrangements
hide
that
from
some
people, like
researchers believe
camouflage,
could
you
be
know?
remnants of a lost civilization of giants. Could they have served as ceremonial grounds,
Like a
energy
chameleon.
generators, or even gathering places for these massive
Like I mean,
beings?
just look at how far we've
The
come with
Boscov
technology
skull
in like
isn't
the
the
last
only
like,
massive fossil that South Africa holds. This skull
you
and
know,
other
100
skeletal
years,
fragments
you
challenge
know?
everything we know about anatomy and human history. Many of these bones have turned to stone through a process of mineralization.
I wanted to be like an
creating a
archaeologist when
fossil-like
I was a
appearance.
kid. Like, I mean, I wanted
This
to be a lot of
phenomenon,
things
known as mud
until I
fossilization,
found out like they don't
preserves
really make a
details
lot
with
of money.
surprising accuracy.
So,
Some
I mean, if
fossils
I
still
was like
contain traces
independently
of organic
wealthy
material,
and like
potentially
a
offering
trust
a
fund
treasure trove
kid
of
and
genetic
stuff,
data waiting
I
to
would
be
definitely
unlocked.
do archaeology like
Then
for
there's the theory of
fun.
mud fossils. Natural
But
rock
like I
formations
also
that,
like
when examined closely,
don't just like
resemble
agree with
parts
like
of
the
mud
modern
creatures.
science. That's the one thing with
In
a lot of
South
that. I
Africa,
feel like a lot of
mud
times they'll like
fossils look
find
like
new
tusks,
discoveries,
ribs,
but
and
when
even
it like
claws and
challenges
talons that
the
are mixed
current
up.
narrative, then a
Some
lot of that
researchers
stuff gets
believe these fossils
silenced,
are
you know?
relics of ancient giants whose bodies were
It's
preserved
cool
in
that we have like
crystalline
social
rock-like
media
form.
nowadays,
We're
so
walking up the mountain
you know, it's not as easy for
with this
people to
team,
like silence new
gathering.
information when it comes
And
out.
this stone here,
That's
that
what's one
stone
of the
there was lying
things that's like so cool about
right in front of
YouTube.
me. So I picked it up, and once again, I just shook my head. I went, "Why are these
So
stones
thanks for
these
joining
weird
me.
shapes? What's going on with all
I
these
really
weird
am
shapes,
excited about
man?"
this fun community that
And
we're
I put
building
the
here.
stone down on the wall, one of the walls, and I walked up the mountain. And I said, "By the time I come down,
That was
I'm
actually
gonna
pretty
figure out
fast. We're
what this
like
is."
half done.
And I did.
The one part I always
And I
have to
was
get
coming
better
down.
at because like I'm a
I
professional at like
started remembering all
skin,
the stuff I was seeing in
not
my
necessarily
research into mud
hair.
fossils.
We're working on
And when
getting
I looked
better
at
at
that
it.
stone again,
I
picked it up,
definitely
went,
think
"Oh
that, you
my
know,
goodness,
bringing the
this is
hair
a rib."
experience
And
to
everything
my
changed.
bed is going to help a lot.
And there you can see a collection of many of the fossils. And we have a shoulder blade. We got one rib here.
If you had
There's
like
another beautiful
infinite
elongated
money
rib.
and like you
There are just
didn't have
all
to worry
kinds of
about
body
like
parts
working for,
that
you know, to
completely
pay bills and
unsuspect
live your
all sorts.
life,
Now, here's
what would you
one of the
do
best examples.
for a
There's
job?
heart. You can clearly see the
Or maybe, you know, you
water,
just
where
do
that
like
water goes at the top.
check
You see
something
the
out for a
coronary
few years
artery
here, then a
crossing
few
the heart.
years
It's
there.
about 3 times the size of a human heart. So this could
I
possibly
think I
fit
am
the
gonna have
shape
to
of
like
an
vacuum my
Anunnaki. If
bed
an
out
Anunnaki were 3 times
after
the
doing
size,
my
twice
hair
the
in
size
here,
of
but you
humans,
know,
that could be an Anunnaki heart.
you can't be too
Completely
clean. It's
fossilized,
not bad,
more
right?
precise
Because
than
like
the
there's
warm
like
hard
dust
rock.
mites
This
and
is a huge
who knows
problem
whatever
for geology and
sweat.
metallurgy and chemistry. It seems that when these body parts get trapped in mud and water,
Do you guys have like a
they
favorite
completely and utterly
spray? Like this is like
transmutate
called
and transform
Flame
from
Fighter
whatever
Heat
organ it
Primer.
was or body part with
So
the
I just got this in
internal
my Ipsy
structure.
bag.
It
I
completely
don't know how fabulous it
metamorphosizes
is,
into
but
very dense
if you guys have a
crystalline
favorite
rock
one
called
that you
hornfels in
use,
geological terms.
please
When
let me
these
know.
fossils break and you look at the internal structure, you can't see internal structure. This is the mystery.
So my friend is in
Only
Egypt
when you
right
look
now,
carefully, you start seeing
and it's like, oh my
some
gosh,
indications
I
of
just feel
weird
like
things going on. And you'll see
I'm
what I
there
mean in
with
a second.
her.
But just to the
She's doing
untrained
like a
eye,
Nile
when any of these
cruise,
fossils break, it just looks like
and
black rock. known as hornfels.
It's
or
just so neat. I
ringstones.
want to go with her
We have
next time.
deep hearts,
Have you guys ever been to
ribs that are picking
Egypt?
up more and more hearts.
I was joking with my friend because, you
Different
know, it's like a
shapes and
very like
sizes of
Muslim
hearts.
country.
In fact, some of the
So,
heart
you
markers
know,
still
it
have
kind of like
organic
scares me
material in
to
it.
go
By the
to
way, we
a
have
Muslim country as a
identified
woman,
a
like
few
by
of these
myself.
fossils,
Like I would want to go like
taken
on
them
a
away
tour,
to the
or
lab to extract DNA.
I was joking
Yes,
with
you
one of
can
my
extract
friends who's
DNA
a
from mud fossils. That is
immigration
not something
attorney,
new. It has been done before. So
and he's a
I
guy,
wait
he's from
with great
Iran,
anticipation for us to extract
and
DNA
he
from
lived
some of these
there, you know,
fossils.
before they
That's going to
started
be a
like
whole nother step.
hating women and
One
stuff,
of
like
the
when women had a
actually, one
lot
of the
more
things that happened, I
freedom.
was
So he
holding that
remembers
heart in
that
my hand like
time.
I was here in this picture.
And
Literally, it was taken on the same
so I'm
day.
always joking with him, like,
I was standing with his heart in my
hey,
hand
do
and
you
this
want to
couple
like
pulled
get
up. The
married
guy
and
and his
then
wife
go
ran
to
up
Egypt
and
and
he
then
said,
like
"Mind
get it
if I close the gate? I
annulled
can
like
watch you
whenever
do
we
that."
get back, but
And he looked at me and
you
said,
have to
"Is that a
like
heart you're holding?"
let me go when we get back
I
because
go, "Yeah, well, I think it's a
I've got
heart."
commitment
"Yeah, well, it is
issues.
a heart. I'm a surgeon. That's a bloody heart." I go, "Wow, you're a
Same
surgeon?"
thing with
"Yeah, I'm a
Dubai. Like
surgeon from
Dubai looks
Trans
cool. I've
Punjab."
got a lot of
I
friends
said,
who do
"Wow,
like
hey, would
live
you mind
there,
just going on
you know,
video
who
and telling
are
me a bit about some
women.
of these body parts?"
But
I'll do
like,
about a 5-minute
I don't
video
know. You never know
or
over
a
there.
10-minute video
It's not
clip of
like
him
you
going
like
around telling me what these
have your own
body
voice
parts
like
are.
here in
So it was a
America.
really
So
beautifully timed moment.
I would still not go
And
without
since
like
then,
a
there
proper
have been many
escort.
doctors and physicians
I
and
want to be
people
able to
that
go,
understand
but
human
then
anatomy
also I
and
want to be
really
able to come back
literally
home.
fall to the ground when they see
I don't want to get stuck anywhere.
what fills the museum. That is where
But
the
there's still like
children
way
lie.
more
I've been
places I would
driving
rather
past this for 10
go
years. 10
before
years. Didn't see it.
Dubai.
You know,
Egypt is
that's
up there
that
though.
expression. Once I was blind, but now I can see.
I really want to
Everything
go to
changes.
Dendara, where like
This is like
Hathor's temple
in a
is.
shoe or something. Like some sort
It's
of
so crazy that like one of the
shoe.
first, you know, known
Despite all this
civilizations that
evidence,
has,
stones remain one of the most suppressed topics in archaeology. In the late
you know,
1800s,
women pharaohs and
newspapers across
stuff.
the United States
And
regularly
then, you know,
reported
my friend really
discovery of
struggled with that the
enormous
first day where they were
skeletons
there.
in
They were like
American
not
mountains.
exactly kind
Yet
to
today, these
her
discoveries are largely
because
absent
she was a
from history
woman.
books and museums. The
So
Smithsonian Institution, which has been cited
it's
as the
unfortunate.
recipient of many of these giant remains,
I would love to go on one of like Billy Carson's trip. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but his trips look really like well organized and put together, and you know, they take care of the food for you, especially if you don't speak the language, you know. Like, I can sometimes get by in Spanish. I understand a little bit of French, how to practice with it. But when it comes to learning like a whole new alphabet, yeah, that's where I have to draw the line. Like, when I had my spa in Miami, I started getting really good at like having, you know, conversational, like business focused Spanish conversations. And then I got a ton of Russian clients, which were beautiful and awesome. And they taught me, you know, they're trying to teach me Russian, but I'm like, no, like I just started getting used to like the Spanish thing. And now they started like mixing together. And anything with like another alphabet, I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't. I have to use, like, my brain is on reserve for like other things. That's why there's like translators. That's not my calling in life. I know like a little bit of like Chinese. I had some people who worked for me who were Chinese. Ni hao, ni hao. They just thought it was like the cutest thing ever when I like said my little sentences in Chinese. Like, thank God for like translating apps nowadays, you know? So cool. And I took Taekwondo, so I know a little bit of Korean. Just like when I say a little bit, I mean like a sprinkling of words. A sprinkling of, you know, Russian words, a sprinkling of Turkish words, you know. Taking entomology back in high school really helped a lot.
Please bless this child with the gift of sleep.
Because once you learn those like Latin words, it's still easier to kind of like understand kind of what people are talking about, even if you know, can't put exact words with the sentences.
Apostle Paul in Romans 8. Guide them into all comfort.
So who are you guys' like some of your guys' favorite YouTubers? Like, what do you guys usually watch? I like to watch like stuff about like, you know, ancient history. I also like to watch, there's like YouTubers who talk like, who are like kind of like commentary comedians who talk about 90 Day Fiance, but I've never actually watched a whole episode of 90 Day Fiance.
From their mouths, fire seemed to emerge.
My
Their
Thoughts
garments
is
shimmered what
one.
looked like feathers.
Lazy is another one.
Adorned with golden wings,
Boba.
lurked beside his bedside.
Belly. She's like
Softly,
a panda.
Enoch.
I love like the commentary stuff, especially when they're like make their head a cartoon. Whatever, Linda. I think she's got a weird cartoon face too.
And do not be afraid. The everlasting God has sent us to you. And today,
This is like so much enjoyable doing it from my bed than like standing up
they lifted
in the
him up,
mirror.
placing him upon their
I
wings.
am gonna have to get like a
Together they soared
probably
above
like
the
a
earth,
small
carried by the clouds.
vacuum to vacuum my bed every morning, but
Past the air,
dude, it's just like room service.
into the realm of the
Can't be
ether.
too clean, you know, especially I've got dogs.
There the
So
Elohim revealed to Enoch
I feel like I clean like 5 times more often, but it's still like never super clean, especially with the puppy. Oh my gosh, he's probably ate legit like $7,000 or $8,000 worth of stuff, and I've had him since February. That's why he has to be in the cage when I go to work. I leave him out for like little bits here and there, you know, and most of the time he's good, but I definitely have to leave when he's like in the right mood to be like chilling. If he's like zoom zoom, then yeah, then he has to hang out in the cage. He has done very good. He's had his bedding back for like a week now. And his little pillow and his little toy, so he's been chilling in there. But oh my gosh, nobody's gonna be happier than me when he's finally out of the freaking cage. But he has oh my gosh, and he never eats like the cheap stuff either. Stuff he eats is expensive. Like, I had some, oh, thank you. I had some like $35 headphones that were like easy access for him to grab. And then I had some $300 like Beats headphones that were like hidden somewhere. I thought he wasn't going to be able to get to them, but that was a lie. And he worked extra hard to go find those Beats headphones and eat those. They're like $300 instead of eating the $35 headphones that were right there. He's ate multiple shoes, 1 pair of Louboutins, just one of the shoes. So I am going to use that in like some art, like some resin art, whenever I have time to do that again. And he's ate the corner of a Dior bag. He's ate like a Guess purse. Oh my gosh, like literally like thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And the last time he got, he got on the bed all by himself. Did you jump up on the bed all by himself? Oh. So actually one of the reasons why I got this bed is because the other one was like so tall, and he would like pull out a drawer to like climb up on it. So I was like, you know what? We just need a more functional bed for the whole family. And he just jumped up on the bed all by himself. I'm so proud of him. He was confused for a minute. Like he was looking like, where's the drawer that I can like stand in and sit up in? And I'm like, then he would just like put his little arms on like the bed like this. And then he would want me to like pull him up onto the bed. So I'm so happy he just figured that out today. That was the second time I saw him do it. He's gonna be 1 soon. So I found him, well, somebody found him on the streets. I'm gonna post some of the videos that I had on TikTok when I first got him. And my poor dog Coco, she had started dying. So I always like to have like 2 to 3 dogs at a time. Like I want them to like rub off on each other. So I kept her alive for quite a few more months. And then like I looked at like a lost and found dog group on Facebook and was just looking for my next forever puppy. And I had filled out some like forms for like, it was like a Burmese mountain dog mixed with something. And for some reason, like on the phone, it didn't go through. Like my request didn't go through. I had to go do it on the computer later. And then I ran out of time. And then like on Super Bowl Sunday morning, I saw his cute little like starved face. Somebody had found him on the south side of Indy, so you know, south side of course. And he was so cute. And he was like starving. Like some little kid like got out of the car and was like, "Daddy, it's a puppy." And this was like February. He was so tiny. He was like 9 pounds. So I took him to the went and got him. I took him to the vet the next day, and like the vet thought he was gonna die. I was like, go ahead and put him on like uh the insurance, the pet insurance. And the pet tech was like, are you sure it's like hard to get rid of? If you know, let's make sure he's not gonna die first. And I'm like, listen, between your guys' help providing whatever medicine he needs, and I'm gonna work with him on the frequencies, like we're gonna get him in good shape. And I did the yellow frequency on him because he had giardia. Thank goodness. Like, I guess that's more treatable than parvo. I don't know. I'm not a vet or a vet tech or anything like that. I just love animals and rescue dogs. So we brought him back out of it, brought him back to life. And now he's a cute little chubby. But it was like the vet said he was like 4 to 5 months old and he was only 9 pounds. He should have been like 35 pounds. He was so skinny and so small. So I had to cook him like custom food. It was the same stuff I was making for Coco. So it's like you can get it all at Aldi's. And I got sweet potatoes, a bag of sweet potatoes. For like Coco had kidney issues, so we wanted it to be like the fattier beef, so like a big pack of like the 85% beef, and then a frozen pack of peas, a frozen pack of cauliflower, carrots, and broccoli, and then stick all of that into a crock pot. And then I cooked a bunch of bacon to like collect like a huge like a Tupperware thing full of bacon grease. And I put some of that in there and some manuka honey. And it's good for like, I mean, it's good enough for like humans to eat too, because it's like human grade food. I thought it broke. But yeah, I made that recipe specifically for my dog who had kidney issues. So it's also kidney safe. You want to like have a higher fat, lower protein when you're cooking for humans or dogs. I don't know about any other animals. So I don't know if it didn't really take less time than usual, but I've had so much more fun. You guys have made time go faster by like hanging out with me while I'm doing my hair. I need to get one of those. I need to get a mirror to like look at the back. That's always the part where I'm like missing stuff.
Anyone condemned to destruction will be bound with them, sharing their fate for all generations to come.
Oh yeah, I can feel it looking weird.
For they have wronged humanity. Let all wickedness be cleansed.
By the end of the year, I'm gonna be good at doing hair, at least my own. I will never be doing anybody else's hair, but I don't mind cutting it. I'm actually pretty good at cutting it because it's just like sculpting. So I will cut and like shape some of my friends' hair, but like never professionally. Like only if they know that I'm like can do that. Especially having curly hair, I think that's what got me good at that, because with curly hair you really have to cut it like a bush, and you have to be mindful about like what it's gonna look like when it's straight and what it's gonna look like when it's curly. So once I was able to like master that for both myself and my sisters, I think it's pretty easy to like cut and style hair. Plus I always want to cut my own hair for like easy styling.
Cleanse the earth from all oppression, from every form of evil, sin, and godlessness. Wipe away the filth that has tainted it. Then all the children of humanity will become righteous. Every nation will adore and praise me, and all will worship. The earth will purified from all defilement, sin, punishment, and torment. Never again will I send such suffering upon it from generation to generation.
So what do you guys think about like the pyramid and like the Sphinx being submerged in water?
Storehouses of blessings and rain them
Like
down
it definitely looks like there's like a water line.
humanity. Truth and peace will walk hand in hand, lasting throughout all the days of the world, and across every
It looks like it was submerged in water for a long time.
Before these events, Enoch had disappeared.
Or like even the
away
Biltmore.
from humanity.
The Biltmore, like not submerged in water for a long time, but like ADD right here. Like with the recent like floods that they had there, like the gate to the Biltmore, I mean, those water had to be like over 20 feet tall. If you look at the water line on like the front gate, like there's pictures with like humans out in front of it. And it's just like, oh my goodness, like how long was that water like that?
You scribe of righteousness.
We are still doing donations till the end of the month for hurricane victims, people who've lost everything, so you can donate. Only good stuff, not like overly used stuff. Like I've donated my old bed. I've been wanting a new bed anyway for me and for like Lucky to be able to jump up on. And I wanted one where I could like do my hair and stuff like I'm doing here. Everything's plugged in. It's so cool. And then like chat with you guys.
Enoch went to Azazel, the fallen one.
So it just gave me a good excuse. I was like, you know what? There's probably a lot of people down in Asheville that needs beds, so I'll just order a new one and somebody else can use this one. It was a nice bed. It was like actually way more expensive than this one. Like 10 times what this bed cost, but this one is a better fit for me.
The ungodly ways and sinful acts you revealed to them.
So I am going to be doing some more like live streams in the future, like telling stories, chatting, making friends here. Thanks for joining us, friends. Because I swear, just like doing your makeup or doing your hair, or of course, like I'm going to be doing my jade microcurrent. Yes, I have one right by the bed too. I have 3. And if you would offer me, like I could have any $100,000 to $200,000 laser that I want, or have $100,000 worth of jade machines, I would take $100,000 worth of jade machines for sure. Can just do so much more with it. I'm telling you guys, like this bed is about to change my life.
He read their petition, pouring out their sorrow until exhaustion overcame him and he fell asleep. And as he slept, visions came crashing down upon him, vivid and filled.
All right, I think we're good to go.
A voice echoed in his dream.
Oh gosh, I had one of the first hair straighteners that ever came out. I was like the last generation who was like laying my hair down and like ironing it with an actual iron. Literally. And the first ones were so horrible. Like they didn't have the ceramic. It was just like straight hot metal with like a crease in the middle, and then I had like a little plastic brush to go on it. Oh my gosh, like I just like found some pictures of me like going to Florida. Actually, before I found it, I think in Florida we were actually using an iron, and I thought it was looking so good, but it was like straight to here and then just like a burnt crispy poof like here. It was not a good look, but you know, I was probably 12, so I thought I was killing it at the time.
And I now speak them aloud with my human tongue.
Okay, fabulous. And now I think I'm about to, we have time? Yeah.
And to understand in our hearts.
So now I'm gonna vacuum up my bed for my hair.
Has he given me the power to rebuke the watchers.
I'm gonna throw some of this hair out into the yard.
I wrote out your petition.
I've always like thrown my hair out into the yard so like the birds can use it as a nest. Cause I'm like, I mean, obviously I don't need this hair anymore. So, you know, why not give the birds the opportunity to have a golden nest? But then I had somebody tell me, they're like, oh, never throw your hair outside because the birds will get it. And I was like, that's so weird because I throw my hair outside so the birds can have it. What do you guys think? Have you heard one way or the other? And then I lived in Little Haiti once. in Miami. And my hair was like, I was going through like an, oh my gosh, I'm like 30-year-old like life crisis, right? So my hair was like blue and pink at the time. And then I saw like this older, like very like elderly, like Haitian lady, like going through my trash, like she was like getting my hair, like probably to make like a voodoo doll of me or something. So yeah, I had no idea like it was even Little Haiti. It was just like 4 minutes away from my spa. So it made sense, but it was definitely an interesting journey. Hello. I'm doing my hair from my bed. Like it's actually plugged into my bed. I'm so excited. And I've got this on like a charcuterie board so I don't burn the house down. Okay, guys, thank you so much for keeping me company while I was doing my hair. That made time just fly by. And so I'm going to vacuum off my bed and then probably come back here and do a live with the Jade frequency specific Rife microcurrent sculpting session. So if you want to learn about that, well, perfect my skin. Oh, yay. We'll come back and I'll be back like doing the Jade machine on myself in probably like 10 minutes. I just gotta vacuum up this bed. So, but I'm so excited. Dude, this bed's gonna change my life. Ah, I love it. See you soon.